What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 4. What is this? We'll call it the solar reinstall. So as you remember, in past episodes we put 2 new panels on the roof for a total of 4 panels, 400 watts up on the roof. And now we're going to get back to wiring it all up so I can get back to using my solar. It's been about 2 weeks since I've had solar power. And now we have a 40 amp solar charge controller. I have 2000 watt power inverter that I'll be able to use my induction stove. And on this episode, we're going to put it all back together, back to wiring the batteries, get rid of this bird's nest of wires that was always just a cluster in the back here. And you remember we just redid the walls, got one wall up. I didn't install the other wall yet because I wanted to wire this very cleanly. Put all my ground wires behind the wall, my solar wires will be behind the wall. And partly why I went 2 weeks without solar is because I'm so OCD, as you'll always hear me say. But my old wires were blue and green, and I didn't really like that. So I ordered new wires, went with the red and black, because we all know red and black goes with batteries. And that's the plan for this episode. Gonna kind of just do a clean install and get my solar up and running. So, hope you enjoy, and like, comment, subscribe, like they say. Alright guys, so the plan today is to figure out what cables we need, what cables we don't need, what cables we're going to replace, ground wire, fuse wire. So this will be the first wire. Goes to an inverter, battery cable, and that went from the block to there. So this will be the first wire we need to make. Along with those 3, we need to figure out where this is going to go back on the wall. This will need to get connected to the solar wires once they come down through the wall. TV wire. And all the rest can sit there for now. Let's figure out where we are. And most people have probably never seen it. Wires don't come like this. They come like this. And you have to put these on there to get them to look like this. And that's where my favorite tool is, a little smasher. So you put them in there and you hit it with a hammer and smash it down there. And it looks like this when you're done. So that's where we're gonna get started. I think I'm gonna make these cables first. We'll figure out where the batteries go. We have a rough idea. The wall is going to be in place. I'd like the batteries to kind of be right over the axle again. So I'll kind of plan that out. This is the wire that comes from my alternator. So I'll run that basically with a fuse, figure out where I need to go from there. And then we'll kind of, just guesstimate where all the wires need to go. Now let's get this out of the way. So run a fuse to here, fuse from here to here, and then that will literally just go like that. And we can obviously hide it some more. But yeah, so this will be the first wire. We'll make this one first and go from there. There we go. You just gotta hit it, right? You just gotta break it. Hit it harder. All right, so now for the fun part. Trim that little bit up. And we'll get to smashing, right? And then with this, lift it up and it has a little setting on the side. And then you basically just sit it in the base right here. Hopefully you guys can see this stuff. And then you put it back down and whack it really hard with a hammer. That's why I like this part. It's so fun. Make sure it's seated good and couple more. And you guys can see it's got the imprint in here. And that's that. That's gonna grab. You can tell it's tight. And you just do that a whole bunch of times. Good to go. One ready to go. Thick ass wire. That'll work. That'll work. And that will work. So there's one. Now you go to the next one. So here from our ground wire, doesn't need to be nearly as long as it was. I can go from here to literally about there. I think that'll be clean. A little bit of space to hide. So we'll go about there. And we'll do the same thing with this.
That thing while you hit it?
No.
That hurt, huh?
You'll break every bone in your hand.
Yeah, probably will.
You have a permanent X on your hand too.
Yeah. Well, it ain't the first time I've done something stupid.
You and me both.
Yeah.
Alright guys, just checking in. I think all my wires are cut. I think it's time to install the wall. So I think that's where we're going to get to now. All my wires are going to run behind the wall this time. My solar charge controller is probably going to go about here. So I have my backup camera wire going to go back there. Solar charge controller wires that go back there. My ground wire is going to go back through the wall. But I think we're to the point to install the wall and then move on from there. Hand me that Sharpie. Thanks. What up, guys? Good morning for day 2. This job should have taken only a couple hours yesterday. I really only expected it to be an hour or 2, figure out where my wires are going to go, put the wall up, drill my holes, mount everything, plug it in, and be done. And it kind of went like that, except I had a lot of hurdles. I ordered the lugs from Amazon that came with the heat shrink, and the heat shrink didn't fit the hose or the cable, so that set me back. Every one of these that I was doing took like 5 to 10 minutes to do, when it should have been cut it, smash it, cover it, and be done. So that started to slow me down. I had 1, 2, 3, 4. I had like 10 of them I had to do. It turned into like 2 hours to do something that should have taken me 15 minutes. Then daylight savings time has been kicking my butt every single video. Every single video has turned into a 2-day process because I'm new to YouTube, so I'm having to set up cameras, I'm having to wear cameras, I'm having to try and be interested, talk to you guys, and it's taken longer than expected. Daylight savings time is, 3, 4 o'clock, we're getting sunset, and so I'm running out of sunlight. Most of the videos you see, go pitch dark, and then I have to start over the next day. So I'm just kind of crushed today, and I'm trying to get my motivation back. Last night I kind of lost my patience. I was like, man, I don't even know if any of this is worth putting on YouTube. It's not like I'm going to get rich and famous from this. I'm just trying to share my story and document it, so a couple years from now I can look back and look at this van build and be like, man, I did all this, and have the little moments to kind of reminisce on. But I'm just going to get back to it. Today I have to finish where I left off, and where we left off should have been easy. I got my battery wires to the solar charge controller. I got my solar wires to the charge controller. And when we plugged in, the only 2 wires I didn't redo yesterday to my fuse panel, I couldn't get any power from the solar charge controller to the fuse panel. And it blew my mind. And I still don't know where the problem is. I'm thinking it's these cheap connections. It's the only wires that I didn't redo, so that's my plan, is I'm going to try and redo these connections, and hopefully it's a new day. I can plug it in and just plug and play like the whole job should have been. Because it's been a couple weeks. I haven't had a refrigerator, I haven't had running water, I haven't had air conditioning, I haven't had anything. I've literally been living in a metal box on the floor, and I'm tired of it. So on that note, I'm catching you guys up. I'm gonna leave all my negativity in the past, and I'm gonna move forward and finish up today on a good note. It's funny, I'm at my dad's house and I didn't tell him I was gonna be here. I didn't want to wake him up. I'm sure when he gets up he'll notice I'm not here. I was just talking about it. My dad says, "Good morning. What happened?" Anyways, I see Whistling Diesel is looking for a cameraman. Whistling Diesel, I wish I could come work for you. I left you comments, but I never get any replies. That'd be awesome to go work with Whistling Diesel. You know, I have damn near 15 years film experience. I have a college degree. Everybody tells me all my stuff's amazing. But I'm here making my own videos, right? Please let this work. This will be the negative. And go from here. And morning.
Morning. What did you say last night?
St. Pete.
Oh,
There wasn't room on the driveway.
just for a car.
I mean, yeah, but remember my bumper sticks out in the front yard. Plus, I wanted to drop my mattress off. I didn't want to have to bring my mattress all the way back out here
Oh,
today.
yeah, that's right. What time did you get here this morning?
Probably been here about 40 minutes, an hour or something.
Okay.
I didn't want to wake you up.
It's alright, I was awake. Made breakfast. The only thing I gotta jump in the shower here in a minute. You just shorten the nose a little bit and making new connections on them.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, hopefully. A bit longer.
You should
And
be fine. You can't beat that.
where'd you see Whistling Diesel's thing?
Right next to your thing.
On Facebook or
No,
Instagram?
Instagram. Instagram, I saw something. I had a thing that said Brandon or Chief or Shooter, whatever. It said your thing was on. It said Whistling Diesel, so I looked at yours first. It was the vegan thing,
Yeah.
and then right after that, it showed Whistling Diesel, and he had like 8-9 pictures, and like the
Yeah.
third one says looking for a cameraman. Da, 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 da.
That'd be awesome.
And he says he was somebody with good social skills, preferably over 25 years old.
Yeah.
You should get with him as one of his followers. He probably knows you've been following him for a long time.
He's got millions of followers.
Yeah, I know.
No, he's had posts like that before. He fired one of his cameramen. I left a comment, but it's hard to get noticed. It's hard to get recognized.
Right. Obviously.
I mean, I would love to work with him.
Could you at least say something about it?
I haven't been online today.
What's that?
I haven't been online today.
Oh, okay.
The only thing I did was post my little breakfast burrito.
Right. What's that?
My sink.
Oh, the sink.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, you gotta cut the butcher block thing. You gotta cut the sink out of there?
I'm telling you, every part of this is not a hassle, but rebuilding the whole house here.
Yeah, that's true. Alright, you don't even, it's not like I'm helping anyway. I gotta jump in the shower.
Yeah, do your thing.
Alright. Well, good. Have a good one, brother. See you in a bit.
Alright,
Love you.
love you. Yeah, you guys are probably tired of hearing us talk. Time to put you on time lapse. Did you guys hear that? That means my fan has power. That's such a good sound. Heck yeah. Been a couple weeks since you worked, little buddy. I could attach that in there. I got a board down there. Alright, a little bit cleaner. Those are still too long, but whatever. Well guys, that's a wrap to this episode. I'm gonna wrap it up here. We basically got our solar reinstalled as the title of the video. Obviously there's a lot more stuff, and this is just gonna keep the videos coming along. You know, that way there's more stuff for you guys to watch, more stuff for me to do, and we'll keep this van build 3.0 going. But I'm gonna wrap here. I have an idea where my stove's gonna go. Power inverter I'm going to do on another episode. But I'm basically going to plug it in somewhere like this, and that way I'll have my power cords here. I can run my induction stove over here. But I don't want to drag this episode on and have all these things that happen in one episode. So we got the batteries ran, solar's plugged in, I have my fuse panel linked together, very clean install, which I was really happy about. Next episode, we're probably going to do the headliner. We'll run these lights. Wherever they went. We'll plug in the rest of these lights, little puck lights, run them to the ceiling. I still have a material to go up here. So the next episode will probably be the headliner. I might get to my kitchen counter, maybe the sink. I have to, for the countertop, I have to measure it, figure out where the sink's gonna go. I have to cut a hole for the sink, cut a hole for the faucet, do the whole plumbing and everything like that. The countertop has to get stained and stuff like that, so that'll be a whole nother episode. But I just want to thank you all for staying here, watching, enjoying what you're watching. Hopefully click that like button. If you're new here, subscribe. If you've been watching, subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. See ya.